When I was in high school, teenage girl angst, I used to go to Kihei, and this was when we still had less than 35,000 people. I'd go to Charlie Young's beach because that was our beach, teenage years, St. Anthony. But I'd often go by myself. And when the moon was right in the evening, it was transcendent. It was an amazing way to calm those teenage, angst years. I used to do that almost every day. It was like going to church. Our ocean is such an amazing thing. It's just, it's such a beautifully healing element. But when I was little, we were sent to the beach when we had an ailment or a boo-boo. My father sent us to the beach, and he believed that, getting smashed by waves and inhaling salt water and blowing it out through your nose could cure the common cold. And I believe he was right. Back then, before we had the population growth, since the mid-'70s, very few people lived here, and you didn't worry about things like staph infections. Salt water cured the common cold. Yeah. I think leaving a light, or having a light footprint on a site close to the ocean is important. I don't believe that quality is in square footage. I believe it's in details. I think that the footprint should be light. It should be only what you need. I don't think it needs to be any bigger than that. I would use a lot of windows and doors, and I would spend money on windows and doors. That's really where architecture shows itself. I would use very spare materials that are timeless and last a long time and are very durable. I would be incredibly, I would pay a lot of attention to metals and make sure that everything that you install is non-ferrous metals: bronze, brass, copper, stainless steel, hardware, lighting, anything like that. The jewelry of a building should be bronze, brass, copper, stainless steel, aluminum. And in fact, I have lived very close to the beach, and even aluminum seems to rust. So I say that with a little bit of, it gets very chalky. I say that with a little bit of caution. But that would be my recommendation. And if it's placed properly, it is jewelry. If it's not placed properly, it becomes what I call wall acne.
Wall acne.
Yeah, things like, just things like, simple things like, controls for lighting or outlets or air conditioning. People should pay attention to where they go and how they get grouped together. Otherwise, your eye stops and it's abrupt and it's not peaceful. I pay very close attention to the wind and position the house on that peninsula very sensitively. Sometimes architecture like a stair or something can be something that actually frames the view, and focuses the view. So, keeping things completely open can sometimes, that's not true either. It can be wonderful. And if I was on a peninsula, I'd want to open up my life to that view, and wind be damned.
Right.
Come and get me,
Get it, yeah.
And if it's just really stormy, close the door. But
right.
I would really embrace that, just because it would be so powerful, such a powerful place to be. It'd be very inspiring.